Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. For all my old subbies, for all my new subbies, yo. For the people that don't know me, my name is Lexis, Lexxis, but you can call me Lexi for short. And on this channel, we talk about God, we talk about my journey, we talk about pretty much everything. But today's a little different. I'm in a robe, y'all, and it's nighttime. And it's Tuesday, and I'm recording this. This one's a little different because I did not pick this topic. I had my friend pick this topic for me, and it's kind of been a thinker because I feel like I've never really put what I thought this topic was. I'm acting like y'all know what the topic is because it's in the title. But I just never had to put it into words. So when I was writing my notes, my thoughts was all over the place, and I didn't know how to put it in a video. So it took me a little longer than expected, but it's a challenge.
Marshall, I've thought it over and I accept your challenge.
Well, before I get into the video, you know I love to get straight into the video, but before I get into the video, I just want to acknowledge the people that have been commenting under my videos because y'all give me so much life. Y'all been telling me y'all testimonies and how I help you guys with your faith, and y'all don't understand how much that does. It brings me so much joy because it makes what I go through worthwhile. I went through this to encourage somebody else, and by y'all just taking y'all time out to actually write it, not just saying yeah, that video hit, but actually writing paragraphs. Yo, I love y'all. I love y'all. But I think that's all I really wanted to say, y'all. I love y'all. I do. But let's get right into the video. Let's get right into the video because I'm not gonna try to make this one too long, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay. So by the title, y'all kind of already see what we're talking about. We're talking about walking in purpose. I feel like my definition is not the standard definition, right? So what does walking in purpose even mean to some people? To some people, I believe it means what their career is. If you are a football coach, you think that your purpose is building up men to be responsible and strong and disciplined and stuff like that. You got teachers, you have lawyers, you have all these people that or ministers or pastors and stuff like that, and they are walking in their purpose, and I think that is very valid. But I believe that we put this big extravagant thing on purpose and don't realize what it actually could be in my perspective. Okay, so hear me out, just stay with me because y'all know I love to use an analogy, right? So I'm gonna use an analogy, and I really hope y'all get this, right? So I believe that God is the same, right? We are forever changing, but we're the same. So he has already set our purpose. That is set in stone from the beginning of time, right? But it's kind of y'all ever done a puzzle? And you trying to match the puzzle pieces to the picture on the box. So God has this big picture, right? This big picture, but with God, he don't give you the box with the picture on it. And he don't even give you all the puzzle pieces at the same time. He give you one puzzle piece each day. Each day you breathe life, each day he gives you a puzzle piece. And these puzzle pieces represent purpose. I believe that we walk in purpose every day. It is not something that we have to get to. We're in it. We don't have to walk to it. We're walking in it, if that makes sense. So since the day we were born, God has been giving us puzzle pieces, right? And by a certain age, to different people, you feel me, you realize you got all these pieces, but how do they connect to each other, right? And from a very early age, you start comparing your puzzle pieces to other people. First and foremost, right, we don't know nobody's time stamp. So somebody could live to be 90 years and you could live to be 30 years, or vice versa, or 100 years. You get the point, right? So let's say that person that has 90 years has a 90-piece puzzle, right? And then a person that has 30 years has a 30-piece puzzle. Of course, at 20 years old, they're going to look more accomplished. Their picture, their pieces look more together more accomplished than yours because you have way more pieces. So that's why you can't really compare your life to somebody else's, because at 23 they're thriving, but at 30 they're dead, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? At 33 you weren't thriving, you was broke, but at 60 years old to 90 years old, you were a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we be so busy trying to compare our picture, our puzzle pieces to other people's puzzle piece, but you don't even know how many pieces that came in a box. You were given more pieces, more time, and they were able to finish their puzzle quicker than you. And you thinking that this person is first when they're not. Hope y'all still understanding me, right? And you have those people that like refuse to acknowledge their purpose, right? So God, when they finally decide to like get with God and stuff like that, God will sometimes, bring you up to speed. Like, he will make up for lost time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, this person ain't even sit here and put all this work in that I have, and they up there, you feel me? Like, they ain't have to try so hard. God was making up for lost time because they was been supposed to be here. But you so busy looking at the end result, but you don't even know what they've been putting off all this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. But let's talk about the pieces in itself, right? So each piece is purpose. Every day we have purpose, right? So every day looks different. You want every day to be extravagant. You know, you have the extravagant puzzle pieces that have that intricate detail. It has like all the vibrant colors, you feel me? Like, that's a puzzle piece. And then you got the pieces that are dull, right? It got one color. It probably be like tan, it'd be gray, it probably be like a light blue. It's not really much going on. But those pieces are just as important as the colorful pieces, right? Because without those pieces, it would not create the bigger picture. In order for those extravagant pieces, which are your amazing seasons, your wedding day, your what's it called again? You know, when you had a child, you know, all these amazing events that happen in your life that are just so amazing, right? Those are your extravagant pieces. But in order for those to shine the way they do, you have to have the dull pieces. You have to have the rest days. You have to have the mundane 9 to 5 days. You have to have the days that you mourn a loved one. You have these days because, like that saying, you don't know love or compassion without suffering, right? So in order for those pieces to be as vibrant as they are, you need those dull pieces. So just because your day isn't crazy impactful every single day does not mean it doesn't have purpose. The days that you are sitting at the crib all day, you feel me, and you just chilling and you're resting, you're giving yourself and refueling yourself for the next day. That has purpose. Like, when you go to the gas station and fill up your tank, that has purpose because you gotta get to work, right? You gotta go pick up your kids, right? Or you're able to sit down and be able to be an ear to somebody that's having a seriously bad day. Or a person needs to come over your crib that day because their household is hectic and they needed peace and they came to your house. Like, excuse me. Every single day has its own purpose. You have to just go out and find it. Like, God gives you this puzzle piece, but it's your job to try to make it fit together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop thinking about like, well, when I become this person, when I'm a lawyer or this entrepreneur, this, and you know, this business, it's like, but I give you breath every single day. That's not for no reason. Like, if you just had one specific task, you wouldn't live all these days. Like, obviously I have more things for you to do. You have multiple purposes in this lifetime, because in one season you may be a lawyer, right? In another season you may be a stay-at-home mom, right? Who's to say which one is greater than the other? You understand? You may have gotten a whole bunch of people that were wrongly incarcerated out. And then in this season, you are taking your child to soccer and making your husband food every single day after a long day of work. Each one of those are important. And those are both your purpose in life. Right? So I believe walking in your purpose is really operating out of the fruits of the Spirit. We are servants of God. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be like Jesus every single day, operating out of the fruits of the Spirit. You know, Galatians 5:22, peace, love, joy, and your fruits. You produce fruit. You sow seeds, sowing those seeds every day. It says in the Bible, I'm gonna try to put it up on the screen because I don't know off the top of my head which scripture it is. But when you plant your seeds, you're supposed to wake up in the morning and plant your seeds first, and then work throughout the day and put it in multiple things, in multiple businesses, in multiple, you know, whatever the case may be. You sow your seeds however that looks for you. That is purpose. Like, how do you walk into that purpose? Like, how do you know, like, okay, what am I doing is right and stuff like that? That's where seeking God comes in. So when you seek God, God will let you know, like, that puzzle piece don't fit right there. You're forcing it. You're forcing that relationship. You're forcing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, everything is made to fit where they're supposed to fit. So sometimes, like, you ever be doing a puzzle and, like, you get little clusters of these pieces matched together, and then this piece matched together, and these pieces matched together. And in some seasons, you get back-to-back pieces matching together. And in other seasons, like, you like, I gotta roll, you feel me? Like, I'm on point. Like, God, I see the vision. I see the vision. And then in other seasons, every piece that you get don't match with no other piece. And you like, God, I don't see it. Like, I thought I saw it, but I don't see it no more. Like, what you doing? Because none of these is matching. Like, I just don't get it. I haven't had a breakthrough. I haven't had financial abundance in like 2-3 years now. Like, God, like, what's up? And God is like, if you just keep going, because the next 2 pieces I'm about to give you in the next 2 months, like, it's about to make everything connect. Like, you ever be talking to somebody in like a later season, and you be like, wow, I get it now. I see why that had to happen. Or like, bet, okay. God, I see what you was doing there. You feel me? I didn't get it at the time, but I get it now. And that's what those puzzle pieces are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see a puzzle piece where you be like, I would have never thought to put that puzzle piece right there. It just did not look like it go together. You feel me? Like, it just, I would have never seen that. You feel me? I feel like that's certain relationships. You be like, I would have never saw them getting together, right? But in God, if you're seeking God, he'll be like, I know that's not your type. You get what I'm saying? I know that's not your type, but I promise you it fit together. And you're like, God, I don't know. And you sitting here trying to force this piece to match something else, and God is like, look at you. You about to mud the puzzle piece. Like, it's gonna start bending. Okay, look at you. Okay, since you want to create your own picture in your own time, go ahead. But the picture I have for you is extravagant if you just follow my lead. Like, you're stressing me out by even trying to do it your way. Do it my way. Fit that puzzle piece with that. Be with that person. Go to that job. You feel what I'm saying? Like, do that. And I know it doesn't look like it fit, but it does. When you seek him, you operate like him, he will start to give you all the, like, all right, move on from that puzzle piece. We're going to come back to it in 2 years. Just trust me. But God, trust me. We're going to get some of these other puzzle pieces on this side that's going to connect. And then we're going to come back full circle, and then we're going to connect. And then you're going to see why I had to do it like that. Okay? Just vibe. And seeking God is so important in this season, because some people see the bigger picture before you do, because you're so close to it and you're putting all the pieces. And you ever leave for a while and then you come back and you start to like see things that you didn't see before. Like, I do puzzles a lot. I do Sudoku and I do Scrabble. And sometimes I be like, all right, bro, this level is killing me right now. You feel me? And I'll walk away, and like a day later, I'll come back and I'm like, pop. I'm like, dang, how I didn't see this before. Sometimes you're sitting too close to it to see the bigger picture. But like somebody else, they will come to you and immediately see what it's going to be. Like, they don't see what God sees, but they even see like more than what you see. And they like, oh, nah. Like, they assume that their picture looks better than theirs. You get what I'm saying? Because they're looking too close to their picture. So they get you to be trying to match pieces that don't really match. Stay on a section that you ain't supposed to be staying on for too long, when God done told you to switch over to this. Like, they want your strategy all mixed up, because they don't want you to ever get to the full picture that they see. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some people that be like, they don't like you not because that they don't like you, but because they're jealous of you. Yes. Some people can see your puzzle piece, the bigger picture, before you can. So that's why you got to be careful on who is helping me build these puzzle pieces together, like helping me with my purpose. Remember, puzzle pieces is purpose. You feel me? Together, and helping me reach my purpose. And who is keeping me from even getting up to mesh my puzzle pieces together. Like, every day I'm supposed to be trying to make these things fit. Who is distracting me? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is bringing me away from God? Who is not allowing me to discern? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, God will gonna be done regardless. But your picture will turn out differently. Like, at the end of the day, you have free will, and you rob God of the opportunity to do his will in your life when you don't listen to him, when you're not obedient in him, right? So because of that, when you are trying to fulfill your purpose and you're sitting there trying to get to the bigger picture rather than just worried about the intricate details, you feel me? And trusting in him, I feel like we miss the smaller details that then you overlook the bigger picture. And sometimes I believe that we do have to take a step back and get a refresher. That's where fasting comes in. You know what I'm saying? That's where community comes in, because you need different perspectives. You need people to intercede on your behalf because you need new revelation. It's a whole bunch of things, right? And last but not least, I feel like we need to serve. So I talked about this earlier. Jesus served his people, right? He was a servant not only to the Lord, but to the people that he sacrificed himself for. You know what I'm saying? Even when people weren't deserving. So when you serve people, you're planting seeds, right? And when you start to act like Jesus, you start to think like you. He starts to give you strategies because he's within you, right? So he's a part of you. So you start, like, you ever like hang around somebody and you start catching their lingo, you start moving like them, you start rocking like them, you start thinking like them. So when the more you get to, seek God and Jesus and get to know who he really is and how he thinks, you start to move this way, right? And you start to strategize. And that strategy, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notebook. That strategy is the epitome of that saying of walking in the fullness of God. Like, you can't be, like, to me, it's impossible not to be walking in your purpose while seeking God, because God is giving you step-by-step instructions. Go here, do this. In this season, you have to go take care of your family members, right? In this season, what's it called again? You gotta invest in a church, you feel me? And you gotta volunteer. You may not be making no money for 3 years, you get what I'm saying? But you'll be making so many connections. You'll be inspiring so many other people and planting all these seeds. Guess what? When you continuously plant seeds, they have to grow. They gotta grow. They gotta go somewhere. And God is like, all of them won't grow. But if you continuously seek God and continuously plant seeds, eventually it'll grow. And the ones that do grow produce more fruit. Right? So one seed will produce 10 times as much than you planted, right? Or 100 times as much as than you planted. You just need that one seed to grow. So you continuously grow, throw out seeds and plant seeds. So you serve like God. I really hope I'm making sense. I just believe that purpose is not one specific opportunity, one thing, one career, one job. I believe purpose is done every single day. As long as you are seeking God and you're actively working out of the fruits of the Spirit and actively sowing seeds and having that servant mentality and that servant attitude, and your heart posture is correctly, you are always walking in purpose. And at the end of your life, you will realize how many different purposes created the ultimate thing of Jesus. Because Jesus is, our job is to bring people to the kingdom. It's to bring people to heaven, back to God. That is our ultimate purpose completely, right? All the other many purposes is to get to that. Your fruits are supposed to show who you are and who you follow, right? So you can't tell me you're an orange tree, but you produce figs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your fruits show who your God is and who you serve. Point blank, period. So that is your purpose. Your purpose is to be more like Jesus and walk in that. And in every season, it's just going to look different. Being a father is a purpose. Being a son is a purpose. being a mother, a daughter, that aunt, a godmother. Like, all these are purposes, and one is not more important than the other as long as you are doing it to the best of your ability. So I really hope that makes sense to somebody, because it makes sense to me. But I'm gonna kind of just like backtrack, so just so y'all can kind of get it. Your purpose is different. You have different purpose every single day, and each purpose connects with something else. Those dull 9 to 5 mundane days have purpose. It's teaching you endurance. It's teaching you consistency. It's teaching you discipline. Then you have, I forgot, I said so much stuff. Have people around you that are helping you build your puzzle while you help them build their puzzle. Not the people that every time you turn around, they separating your puzzle pieces. And you figure out, like, bro, how am I going backwards? How I have less done? Because you got ops around you. You got people that see the bigger picture but don't really want you to ever get to, you know, yeah. Stop comparing your puzzle pieces to other people's. You don't know how many pieces that came in a box. So sometimes people are going to be successful before you are. Absolutely. They're going to look like they're walking in their purpose. Everybody's walking in their purpose. Some people's purpose in one season is to be the devil. I'm sorry to say. Some people in certain seasons are meant to be the person that's meant to break you. God already saw it. God, if we want to think about it like this, right? God gave the devil permission to come after Job. He said, just don't kill him. So he did. If y'all ain't read the book of Job, you need to read the book of Job, okay? He did a number on Job. All his whole family died. Job was looking like a crackhead. From the descriptions I read, he was looking like a whole live crackhead that ain't never do crack. The man was stressed. The man went through it, right? But guess what? In that season, God had gave the devil permission. So God will give permission to some people, not even permission, God will allow the devil to use other people in your life to break your heart, to betray you, and all this other stuff, to build things in you. And I'm going to end it off like this, right? The best way you can live in your purpose is to do what makes you happy, obviously with discernment. Like, don't be going ahead and just spending money and getting with this person without seeking God first. But being happy, like, don't put off what you could do today for tomorrow, because one, tomorrow has its own worries, and two, tomorrow's not promised. So as long as you're doing the best that you can do every single day and making yourself happy, because your joy is your job, and God gives you peace, but it's your job to steward it, then by all means, you're walking in your purpose. Sometimes your purpose is just to live like God and be an example to other people, to bring them back to Jesus. And you thinking because you ain't out here being the president of the United States that you're not living in your purpose. Who says? Who says you're not perfect? Who says you're not worth it? Who says you're the only one that's hurting? Trust me, that's the price of beauty. Let me go and snap on that song. That was my song back in the day. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get back to it. Y'all forgive me. But yeah, I really hope that made sense to some people. I really hope that made sense. So yeah, if y'all like more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Because on Tuesdays, it's Let's Talk. And we gonna talk about it. Absolutely. I really want y'all to have a blessed day. because I'm about to edit this video and go to sleep. So I've had a blessed day. I hope y'all had a blessed day. And I love y'all. And y'all stay blessed and what? Y'all flex relax. Deuces.